Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are, of course, live here at the Christmas Gift and Hobby Show, and I have to show you something. So many of us are familiar with this movie. It's a Wonderful Life. It is such a classic, and I love watching it with my family every year. That little girl, Zuzu, is all grown up. This is Miss Carolyn Grimes. It's so good to talk to you again. I know that you and I have chatted a few times over the years, and I love that you're out here because so many people love this movie no matter how much time has passed.
They love it, and it's a part of their Christmas traditions, and they show it all year long to a lot of people. They love watching it.
And I would imagine so many of the questions you get, because this is you and Mr. Jimmy Stewart himself back in the day. What are so many of the questions that you get in regards to the movie, in regards to the role, and then, of course, Jimmy?
Well, the number one question is, what was Jimmy Stewart like? Yes. And he was a wonderful man. He was a man who helped his fellow man. He did a lot of things that were never publicized to help people. And he just was a kind and generous soul. He was brought up in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and he knew the Midwest, yes. And that was his total way of living.
I love that. What are some of the best memories that you have from being a part of that movie? You know, even so many years later, I know that there are those memories that stick with you.
Well, I think I have to say that, you know, I'm hanging on his back when we come down the stairs. Yes. And I'm scared to death I'm going to fall because I've got my arms around his neck, my feet around his body. Yes. He's got Tommy in one arm and he's got Mary in the other arm, and I'm just hanging on. So I was afraid I was going to choke him, and I was afraid I was going to fall, and I remember all that very, very well.
Isn't that amazing?
And he always let me down gently, and he was a wonderful man.
Such a sweet man. It's so nice to have you out here, and we have all of this memorabilia. I'm going to have you walk me through. What are we all seeing here? What do we have an opportunity to come grab for Christmas?
Oh, well, we have a lot of ornaments. And we have bells.
Of course, the bell, because that's a very special part of the movie, Carol.
These bells were made by the Bevan Bell Company. They made the original bell on the tree in the movie. Oh, wow. So isn't that history?
That's so special. And then that line, of course, right?
Oh, Daddy, teacher says, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
I love that line for the movie. And then, Carolyn, we're not done. There's so much good stuff down here as well. Yeah, let's walk and talk. I'm going to have you show me what we have here.
Listen to that ring.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Another Bevan Bell.
I like that ring. And look at all of these pictures. This must take you back.
Yes, lots of stills from not only this movie, but I was in 16 movies. So
I didn't know that 16 other movies.
Oh, I worked with Bing Crosby, John Wayne, Bing Crosby, and just all kinds of wonderful people. David Nevin, Loretta Young.
That is just
I had a lot of famous parents.
Oh, yes. Yes, you did throughout the years, for sure. And there's some books over here. Yeah. What can we expect from Zuzu's Petals?
This is a children's book, and it's a story about Zuzu. She falls asleep and has a dream after her daddy goes away and runs out in the unborn sequence. And then she has this dream, and she learns about having faith and believing. So it's a great story.
Goes on the heels of that movie for sure. And then, of course, a cookbook, which we always love. Oh, it's a Wonderful Life cookbook. Carolyn, we thank you so much for being out here every year and for chatting with us. This is something so special that I know the movie is such a classic for so many families from here in years to come. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I'm enjoying this city so much. I feel like I'm home when I come back here. I really
Did you hear that, Cody? She feels like she's home. I think I should bring this cookbook, and maybe we could get some recipe ideas for our kitchen. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. Everyone in the studio is just like, oh, because it takes us back to the holidays every single time.